there.
Never mind your liver, get to Gino's spot.
Gino's spot.
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino's spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Have a Gino shot.
Gino's shot.
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino's spot.
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino's spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Get to Gino's spot.
Gino's spot.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Center Stage.
Go, we're in. Welcome, Wayne Kallis. How's it? And welcome to Gino's Spot. Every single Tuesday, 6:30. If you haven't subscribed to YouTube, look, I've got my. I feel like I should be doing this.
May the force be with you.
No, it's not that. It's go forth and prosper.
Live long and prosper.
Live long and prosper. I decided to wear this because it was one of the shows that we did.
Deep thought, of course.
Deep thought, of course. That was Cliffy Clib. So welcome. I'm wearing my space wars.
I'm wearing my
space balls.
Lambert jacket.
Not Star Wars. Star Trek outfit. Just for summers. And thank you to our sponsors, obviously, Fitch and Leeds, and which is not on the screen at the moment because Gary's got it on full screen. We have to fix that. And Fitch and Leeds, and also Amobi, our internet provider. They've both been sponsoring us since the beginning.
That's crazy.
I know, since we first started, which we'll
5 years now. Eh?
I know, 5 years. 5 years.
Since the world went mad.
Yes, exactly. And also, if you are watching on Facebook, switch over to YouTube because YouTube is way better. And you can also subscribe to YouTube, and then you click the little bell on it, and it reminds you every single time. Every single time we do Gino Spot, it'll pop up and say you could go and watch Gino Spot.
It comes with 100% less Zuckerberg.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. And so welcome. Tell us what you're doing. Tell us what you're drinking. Tell us what you're doing at home. Send a message for Wayne and myself. We are here. We are here for your visual pleasure. Yeah, we are. And we're here to answer any questions you want to know about what Wayne's been doing for the last, God knows.
I wish I knew that myself.
Yeah, I know. And so welcome to Wayne Kallis. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. There's a lovely
spread
going on.
I know we've got the spread. I've actually charted before we even started.
Making feel important.
Grace from Fat Cats. Fat Cats is also one of our sponsors as well. And Grace put together some sushi today. Look at that.
It's a bit crunchy.
It's all on seashells, seashells on the seashore.
Yeah.
She's put it out, and we've
No,
chowed.
it's beautiful.
Completely chowed the whole thing before we even
Absolutely
started.
beautiful.
And so thank you to Grace. We love you, Grace. Fat Cats Catering, for all your catering needs. Make sure that you phone her. And she's also been there for quite a few years now already.
Yeah.
Because it's been 5 years,
Yeah.
like you say.
It's
5
crazy.
years.
Half a decade.
Yeah. And Wayne, I always admit that I've got you to thank for starting this thing off so early in our COVID careers, because you are the kind of guy that would jump in headfirst into anything really, and you were the first one that I saw online playing guitar. I mean, what goes through your head when these things happen?
I remember. It was my first experience with this. And I've been curious of it. I'm like, could you do that? But like,
yeah,
I was
streaming.
supposed to be playing somewhere for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
And this whole thing happened. So I said, you know what? I'm going to sit in my room and play U2.
Yeah.
And then like all of a sudden people were watching. And I was like, oh, let me try and do more. And then next thing the world shut down.
Yeah.
And this was keeping me sane.
Yeah.
Never mind paying the bills, which it actually did, which is insane.
Yeah, because you remember you had the little thing on top, the little QR code.
Yes.
And did it go well originally?
Well, I mean, the tech side of it was difficult.
Yeah.
But man, I think because I was an early adopter, and I think I was definitely the first person in PE doing it. But also I did it as that moment. It was pure luck. Yeah, I'm not taking any credit for it. It was. I'm so busy playing that if someone takes it away from me, I'll find a way to do it.
No, but I think just to because I know your personality and the way you are. Is Wayne is the kind of guy that there's always 1,000 problems. There's either gear problems, and gig problems, whatever the story, whatever problem it is. Okay, in your life. You're the one to attack it full frontally.
It's usually because I probably caused it.
Yeah. Often the case, but the fact is that it's just it's in your personality that you are not scared to go and fix the problem. You're not scared to go and dive in and pull stuff apart.
But yeah, I've always said that, like, that what's that necessity is the mother of invention.
Yeah.
Because I'm can be such a whirlwind. I do cause a lot of issues. So if I want to get things done, like I say, my problem solving skills are amazing because my problem creation skills are next level.
Yeah, exactly. But I remember your PC always. When we were doing these shows, Wayne's PC was like blow dart and duct tape.
Everything was
out, and it was I put in this new hard drive, and it was really fun. I found this new hard drive, and I got it from somewhere, and it's just
lying there.
And it works. And then he's playing with the freaking, and you've got it's words like latency and things that I learned from you.
I went through a whole phase of trying to like incorporate this brain, a laptop, then all the things you can run on it. Now you're going to make it part of your gear, and it was cool. I did some hectic things, but man, there were a lot of mess ups as well.
It was really cool.
Like Windows updating in the middle of a show.
Anything like that, Wayne. That's the Wayne thing to happen. But at the same time, you're fixing it on the fly. You'll be playing guitar.
I've learned a lot like that.
And it didn't seem to stress you out. Maybe you're just good at hiding it.
Oh, man. No, I get like, I think it's like you say, like when it happens, it has to be fixed immediately.
Yeah.
There's no time to get annoyed.
Yeah.
You just got to
think about it.
Yeah. And that's exactly what happened with the COVID thing.
Yeah.
Was that like I didn't ever think that it was going to turn into a way to make money.
Yeah.
I just thought, man, we're all going to be sitting here. This is going to be fun. Yeah. And it turned into this massive thing. And like after 2 or 3 months, everyone was doing it. Yeah.
The first couple you literally had hundreds of people on there.
Yeah.
Like, and that's only per, with streaming, it works in a way you see the numbers on the screen, but actually you can times that by 20 because people are going on and going off and going on and going off.
I remember, like, before people really understood us going, you would get someone would find it and they would think it's live.
Yeah.
And they'd be dropping comments as though it's live still.
Yes.
Like Mr. Brightside. Like,
You're not listening to me.
lunchtime.
You're not listening to me.
Yeah.
Look, it's dark in my video.
Yeah. That was funny.
Let's have a look at some of these comments while we're here as well. Let's check. Wendy Thompson, hello. Where are you? We are here in Warmer. Hello, Shirlene Ashington. It's Ashley's sort of other better half as well. Shirlene, send answer to Ashley. Is the Apple Express coming back?
I have no inside information, but I'm going to go with no.
Mark Banks?
Yeah. How many times? Time after time.
Many times. Well, Mark Banks' best chip was we had VHS and Betamax.
Yeah.
VHS Betamax. Betamax was obviously the older one, but a lot of us kept those Betamax because the more Debbie does, the more classic movies were on the Betamax. Haley Harris, how's it? Haley Harris, nice to see you as well. And then Sherilyn, yes, Grace and Fat Cat's Cage was the best. You're absolutely right. Look at them. Look at them. She's got the little ears.
Which way?
Yeah. So great. It's just a little fiction.
I feel quite important.
Yeah, and Mimi Rupp from Stone, etc. I've got one of her brides. Fantastic brides, little round.
Oh, really?
They're very nice. So you
I
build
would
them
love
out
that if I had my own house.
I know, if you could, boy, you can't build it on the ship.
No.
Yeah, the ship. Gary Sampson, how's it? Oh, great to see Wayne Kallis, and it is nice to have you back.
It's nice to be back. I got to say as well, like I made a post because I'm moving out of my house. It just doesn't make sense to keep it. And I made a post about moving on, and a lot of people misconstrued that as me saying I'm leaving Port Elizabeth. Yeah, which I have no intention of.
Yes,
like everywhere I've been in the world, this is the only place I go. Like, yeah, I'd love to live here. Yeah. So what it is that.
So you're keen on staying, you know?
Yeah, and but having a place of my own I mean, if you think about it, since I left originally, this is only the third month I've spent in Port Elizabeth.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, to rental as well. You'd rather maybe save up the money and then come back and buy something.
Exactly. And the thing is, this is a long-term plan that I'm doing. Okay. Like a lot of people ask, like, what are you going to do? Like, it's not like you get 20-year-olds doing it. They say, yeah, I'll do this, not find something else. Yeah. So like I spent 22, 23 years doing music here. Yeah. This is a way to build something onto that. Yeah. So it's a long-term thing.
And using the skills that you've built, you know. Yeah. So for those who don't know, Wayne's been in the ships now for 2 years, 3 years.
Almost 2 years. In October it'll be 2 years since I left.
2 years now.
Feels like 7.
And literally just traveling the world, like, or is it just around a certain area? What?
Well, every ship has its own home port and its own route. So
sounds like you're talking metaphorically.
Yeah. And we're all drawn to our own home ports within our ship. No. So every like my first ship sailed out of Galveston, Texas, and that went around the Gulf of Mexico.
The Gulf of America.
Gulf of America.
Excellent.
Yeah, so that was where I went. Like, and then the last one I did sailed out of Port Canaveral, and that went around to sort of the Bahamas and the Caribbean.
Oh, you saw the rockets.
Yes. So you can actually in port. I should have sent you that video.
Good one.
No, but in port you can actually see the little island that they do the launches from.
Okay.
And I saw one in daytime, and I saw one at night. Yeah. And let me tell you that those things light up the whole sky. Really, yeah. It's right there.
A lot of petrol.
Yeah, and we also had that, like we had an opportunity because our ship was in for repairs for weeks. So we got the opportunity to go to like Disneyland and that's Disney World. Sorry.
So your ship's in repair, you still get paid and you still get your.
Well, yeah. At that point, like my next contract halfway through, the ship will dock in Spain. Okay. So we'll go. We'll actually
coming
go
now
for a month. Yeah.
So you're going to Spain. Yeah. Are you going to say hello to Kanye?
Oh yeah, he's there.
He's there.
I saw a picture of him. He's just
Somebody tag Kanya Matomela, please. Wendy, tag Kanya. Kanya's got to be on here. He's got to tell us where he is in Spain. want to find out what he's doing there because
He looks like he's doing really well.
I know, he's loving it.
Shouldn't you ask him?
No, it's all right. Kanye is absolutely. He seems to be loving it, you know, and he's there with his girlfriend. So his wife or girlfriend, we don't know.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, I've met people that do that, and that's a life, man. People that they have a duo or a band with their partner, and they
look at Donovan and Lonnie.
Yeah, and then home is wherever you are. Huh?
Yeah.
So that's an interesting lifestyle.
It is true. At least you've got that with you, and it doesn't feel so bad that you're away from where you feel is home.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think you'll ever? I mean, I can't see that you would find another place home.
No, I don't. America, and I've seen a lot of people now talking about, especially, I'm not going to get into the politics, but like, we're going to go to America. Yeah. I'm like, you might not like it. Yeah. You might not enjoy it that much. Yeah. It's a very, it's much more processed lifestyle. Yeah. Things are freer. Yeah. And that could be just because that's what I'm used to, but like there's a very, South Africa has a spirit that I don't feel in America. Yeah. I mean, like, America's got its own thing going on. Like things just work. No one, you just take it for granted. Things work the way they're supposed to work. Yeah. The money there is next level. Yeah. Like there's more money floating around those places than some of us can even think about. Yeah. But the soul of South Africa is something that I mean, it's not like I've traveled the whole world. But in the places I've been, I've never felt it the same way.
Do you find yourself harking back to it all the time? I always think, you know, when you're over there, you're attracted to other South Africans.
Well, there were a lot of South Africans on this cruise.
Okay.
So the fifth most represented nationality was South African.
Yeah.
But everyone sort of gravitates towards South Africans. Yeah. We have the best swear words for one thing. That ain't no lie. And it's just we're a very open-hearted people.
I think so. Friendly, open and friendly. I think the hospitality, hospitalization.
The hospitalization. Yeah, and it's I mean, there's good people from everywhere, but you can feel South African in the room immediately.
Yeah. And especially if you are, and I mean, I've been, for some reason, I've been bumping into a million people that have been at Muir College.
there's a million of them as well.
I did last week. I did the Iron for Kids with Garth Wright and Gary Stevenson, both ex-Muir boys. I had Andrew Binning on the other night. It's also ex-Muir boy.
Yeah, there's a lot of us around, and throughout the world.
Yeah.
And it's a big old community, and people like Andrew and the old Murite thing, they've turned it into a big community.
Yeah,
like
the old boys.
Yeah, and they were supporting people during the lockdown and everything as well. Yeah, okay. So like it's a big community.
Yeah. And the Hague, I mean, it's the Hague, you know. You know. And let's have any more comments then? Let's have a quick squiz while we're there. Brian Wilkinson. I see. Oh, Wendy, like the studio, it's different. You're right. It's got this little in between thing. It looks like I'm in two different sections, but actually I'm not. The name Wayne Kallis means bring Boardwalk Amphitheatre memories back to life. He made every song he sung sound like the original. Brilliant musician. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. That's amazing.
Brian, you're being too kind.
Man, those days at the Boardwalk.
I know.
Now it feels like a different life now again, because that's all gone.
Oh no.
We had the best times.
I know. We opened the amphitheatre, Brian, and then we closed it as well.
Yeah.
I
remember the first time we played there, it didn't have a roof.
Yeah.
It was just a wall and grass.
Yes.
The grass, little steps.
Little steps, eh?
And then they built everything, and then we just carried on playing.
Then they didn't have chairs for a while. Yeah. And we could still stuff in 1,000 people in there. And then
they built they built those glass walls.
Yes.
Which was great for the sound.
Yeah, not. But I mean, people were hanging over. I remember people hanging over the walls.
Yeah.
You know, getting in there.
Just think about like the Arch story.
Yeah. Oh, the Arch. Yes.
He was on the Arch. About 2006.
Yeah. That big Arch that. Is it still there? Is it still there?
No, it's not.
I don't think it is.
No, they knocked my arch down.
They knocked your arch
down.
I've
got a photograph of that somewhere, though.
Yeah, it was huge, that huge arch. And Wayne's flipping face was plastered. 20-foot Wayne.
Yeah.
Lording
And
over
man,
PE.
did I not let anyone forget that.
Never ever. It was fantastic for the Credence
For the
show.
Credence show,
Credence
yeah.
show, which is still we still got to do before you go. One of my favorite shows.
I love that. We got to do a Credence show.
Love that show.
Did we do a Credence show?
We did last time you were down.
Yes. With
yeah. And even Kanya joined. Even Tuba joined us. It was
yes.
Kanya, Tuba,
Stephen.
Stephen was on the guitar. That's right.
And Mark.
Yeah, and Mike McCauley came up for the week.
Jeez.
Yeah.
We did some great shows that last time.
I know, it was fun.
Yeah,
it was
a
fun.
lot of fun.
And look, I mean, there's just so many shows that come to mind. But no, okay. So I just wanted to just to say over the next little while, you said you're going to Spain. Is that your next contract?
No,
How many contracts do you plan in advance?
No, you just do it. So at some point during your contract, you can bid on which one you want to do next.
Okay.
So this particular one, they our manager, that they offered it to him, and he asked the whole band to come with. So the whole band, the same band, is going to. So we'll actually be based out of Miami. So this ship will sail out of Miami.
Do you have to learn new songs, or do you learn a couple of them the same?
We'll learn a couple of new ones, but we've got obviously
a big repertoire
already.
Yeah.
Like I mean, over the 9 months, we added a bunch of stuff, and like it's just 7 and 8 day cruises. So you play different music every night. Okay. So man, it's a lot of songs.
Have you learned to hust?
No. I know we all living in America. America is wonderful.
There we go. Emma says the Aussie song.
The Aussie song.
Yeah, Aussie bad
Can
mood.
you play for me, Aussie?
Aussie bad mood. Listen, yeah, you're living in the Emma's staying in the 51st state of America.
Where's that?
Which is Canada.
Oh, yeah. What's that about?
Yeah, no. And what are you doing there, Emma? Are you working hard? Are you making a whole lot of money that you're going to come back and give to hand out to us? What you going to do? Emma, which ship are you on?
This last one I was on, because I work for Carnival. The company is Carnival.
Mm-hmm.
And the last ship was the Vista. The next one's going to be the Magic. Okay. And the Magic made the headlines about a year ago because it was strong winds and they sailed too close to a pier.
Oh.
And the winds pushed the boat into the pier.
No.
Took the pier out, which is probably why it's going for repairs in Spain.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so
because
I saw the ship. It's a little smaller than my last one, but it's a big old ship.
No, and if you see, I mean, I see more and more ships coming into the bay here.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, some of them are pretty big.
Yeah,
too.
There's been a Carnival line as well. I think there's.
I don't think there would have been a Carnival. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Wendy will know.
Yeah,
there's been a Carnival here as well, but I mean, there are a lot more coming in than used to.
What is it? Comment about my Bantam.
Here we go. Obviously, you don't have to do that stock car banter. The stock car. Don't do the body pedal. There wasn't a body
I
pedal.
took that thing to try and get it fixed, and the guy went, nah. No, he literally he looked at it and he went, you could sell it, I guess. So I did try. But that thing needed to go.
Did you just take it to
stock car?
Stock car, yes, you can put it.
How very dare you?
How very dare you, Gary?
Man, I had that car. I must have had that car for how long? At least 15 years.
Well, I remember one side was completely.
Yeah, that was the car accident. Yeah.
Okay, so that was one side, and then it still went.
Yeah, no, I was lucky that it went, but that was the only dent that it had. But
you can't the only dent. I mean, it was quite a few dents.
It was one big dent over a few panels.
It was like the entire side of the car. I would appreciate
it if you stop ripping off my dead bucket.
Oh no!
Yeah, that thing had to go. Jeez.
Yeah. Okay, so and then you put in. How does it work? I mean, you put in a request then for your next thing.
Yes.
And you get people give you reviews and things.
Yeah, so every cruise, so first of all, with the bidding thing, so they got a thing called the air table. So every position has a job code. So like my official job title is rock band male. That's because I'm a male vocalist.
Hey.
So the rock band is the position. Every ship has a band, and that band is called the rock band.
Okay.
It's not necessarily we only play rock or something. That's just that's the name of
rock
it.
band.
And then so you'll get on the Airtable, there'll be opportunities open. So like saying that they'll say, okay, rock band male vocal is open on these 7 ships. Wow. So you can choose which one you'd like to, and then they decide where everyone goes.
If they're lucky.
Well, it is very corporate. Like we get evaluated.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, they call you in twice per contract, and they give you a little performance review. And,
oh, my word. What do you call it? Key indicators or something?
Yeah. So it's like this 3 or 4 page thing, and then they rate you needs improvement, successful, or exceptional. And you sit there and like it's very funny when a job like a musician gets broken down into talking points. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So do you get exceptional lots of times?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. So you reckon that the musos here, I mean, because you're obviously dealing with a lot of musos from around the world. How do they rate, the musos from here, from East London, PE, and whatever?
Well, I've always said, like, one of the reasons a lot of the guys here are so good is because you had to work hard. You can't just be a muso and make a living. You got to work hard. And on that side, there's amazing musicians as well.
Yeah.
But you can tell a lot of them haven't been through that fire of having to. Yeah. I mean, a lot of them are utter professionals.
Yeah.
Some of them you can tell they're musicians. They're good enough to do it.
Okay.
But
natural talent is.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it's people from all over the world, and I've met some amazing people as well.
And some crap people.
We counted how many shows Wayne had done.
Oh, Gary said we counted the shows. How many?
Remember Wayne at the moment?
Oh, yes.
Came to 57 different
I forgot we did that.
57 different shows that we've done. Yeah.
Wayne is meeting.
Yeah. Okay. That you've actually been.
Yeah.
She's like. Yeah, that's.
So I remember for the Beatles, which is my first show. I bought that guitar from Brad because mine got stolen.
That's right.
Still got this here. Look at the sticks now. This thing has been played.
Look, it's got a hole in it.
Yeah, that's just from that's not
literally a hole.
Yeah, that's from strumming. It's turning into Willie Nelson's guitar.
From Brad. Oh my word! Now Brad's son is not playing guitar and doing this writing music.
The next generation, eh?
Yeah, little Ben Pease. Little Ben Pease. They're young men now these days.
Jeez.
And my son's doing house music.
Yeah,
just to punish me.
Like I said on Facebook, the years start coming and they don't stop coming.
Yeah.
Fed to the ground and hit the wall. It's Smash Mouth song.
Smash Mouth. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, jeez.
Yes. What's is Gary putting on? He obviously puts on questions every now and again.
Oh, he hasn't done that today.
And okay, so I mean, just a quick jump back for history.
Yeah.
Utney born. Yeah. Muir College right the way through.
Yeah.
So by matric. Oh yeah.
So I grew up in Utney.
Yeah.
Went to all the usual schools there. Was Muir all the way through to matric. Moved to PE matric.
Mm-hmm.
Had a couple of little jobs, but then 2000 I started playing music.
Yeah.
Met up with UX in about 2004.
I know. It's crazy, just like straight out of school and you end up in a band.
I used to be the young guy.
Yeah, you were. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I started late in my career.
With music.
Yeah, I was jamming, but yes, you certainly. I think with Centrestage and the whole thing, it makes that whole wheel run faster.
Yeah, but by the time I had jumped on, you guys had the machine was going already.
Yeah. We started.
You done a couple of music and comedy things, I think, but didn't have a band yet.
No, I didn't have a full band, and we started that with ABBA.
Yeah,
I think, and then
it was Beatles first.
Was Beatles before ABBA?
Beatles was before ABBA.
I'm almost sure that it was almost simultaneous because I seem to remember Gary at your place in Newton Park. Newton Park. It was Ruth Street or whatever it was, and talking about Wayne having a meeting in his lounge there and thinking, Wayne, we must really get him. He dopes, so he's got to. The last time he played with Evident Child, he was so pissed.
That was deck parties.
was very unfair.
Yeah, that
And,
was.
and thank goodness we didn't really care about that. So but we were into forgiveness at that time. So we forgave you before you started.
I was 20 something.
And you ended up being the star of the show for so many years.
Yeah, I remember at Beatles, I was playing at Old Grey, and Gary and Lynette pulled into one of the Old Grey things and asked if I could play a Beatles song. So they played Come Together, and then they took my number, and then it wasn't too long after that I was the weakest link.
in the band. That was you had to lift your guitar playing skills, which you certainly did.
it was because I tried to get out of a rehearsal so that I could earn a living.
Oh my God.
The guy's like, you should be at the rehearsal. You're the weakest link in the band. I was like, oh,
how very dare you.
Man, I was spitting acid. I didn't realize that Gary says whatever he needs to say to get
he
the.
does. He just says what he needs to say. You know, it's incredible actually that because that band was the start. Marcus was in that band as well. Marcus Faja.
Yeah, that was the kick-ass guitar show. That was before my time.
Yeah, because that's when you came into that. I think that was that whole weakest link story. Was that?
Yeah, that was the second one.
The second one. Yeah.
That was with Epi.
Epi's Epi. I don't know if Epi's online or Emma's online, but Epi played with us that show, and it was fab fun.
That was at the barn as well. I remember that.
And certainly that was the core band. Was myself, Donovan, you, Mike. And Rory, and then Kanya.
And then Kanya, yeah.
Kanya. And that band was so tight.
Man.
Yeah.
I remember one day we were sitting, Gary said this, I think we were sitting at like Vincent Park or something. And he was saying like, it feels like this is going to carry on forever, but it can't. It won't.
Yeah.
One day we're going to look back at it, and that's us now.
Yeah.
We like at that point, that band, whatever show came, it would just be that band doing the show.
Yeah.
And there might be an outside or something, but
one or two coming
in.
That
band could play anything.
It was the cool. And then whatever frills you needed around it, you had this super tight band. And your guitar playing was on point, like always. And I think it's probably because we played together for so long as well. That there's a natural synergy.
Yeah.
Myself, Mike, and to Andrew Warnicker now as well. Also,
as well.
Yeah, I had a really nice bass.
I found a lot with the rhythmical stuff, especially because I'm playing rhythm guitar.
Yeah.
So you kind of like, we would play and we would all accent the same things at the same time. We would all flow in the same direction.
It does.
Because we knew each other that well.
Yeah. And also having that repertoire that we've played together makes it so easy for a gig. You know, you put in, it's like, okay, this gig, okay, let's go, let's do it. You know.
But also another thing I learned from Centrestage, which stands me in good stead that side, is we often had to play with new people.
Yeah.
And obviously with this thing, it's a bunch of new people.
Yeah.
So you learn how to manage expectations and how to speak to people and that type of thing.
Have you been doing some producer work as well? Some musical, what do they call it?
Yeah, like production.
Musical director kind of stuff.
Oh, no, not well.
What do you always just form part of the band at the moment?
Yeah. So what it is the band leader is actually a manager. It's a position. So he'll be the band leader. And he'll also be in charge of the whole music thing on the ship. So it's a very in the rehearsal room. It's a very open forum, but he makes the decisions.
Yeah. Okay.
So I haven't been involved in that side too much yet.
But I mean, it must be you must be a bonus for any band that's there, because you can also do a part of things. Do you play any drums on the?
No. Geez. But I wouldn't.
Some good drummers there.
Yeah, we actually, it's an interesting story, and I can tell this because the guy deleted me off Facebook. So when we got there, got like the core of this band had already done a contract together.
Yeah.
So there were two new members. It was myself and the drummer, and the drummer somehow accidentally got hired without auditioning.
Oh. Okay.
And he actually didn't make it.
Oh,
like it's tough. It's a tough environment.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that he was messing up. It was just it's a level thing and an experience thing.
Yeah.
And the ship is such a brutal environment because you're working all the time. You don't have much time for self-improvement.
Yeah.
that you just that they probably did him a favor and said, look, it's not now, not yet. So and then we got a new guy.
And what about reading music and that? The guys all read.
They have to.
Really?
Every instrumentalist position, I get away with it because I'm not actually a guitarist.
Yeah, vocalist.
Yeah, but I mean, I've learned a little bit about following charts and that sort of thing. But like if you are an instrumentalist, reading is non-negotiable. You have to be able to read. Yeah, the drummers, because often like, well, if you look at the amount of music we play, you're never going to memorize all that stuff. You need to be able to.
Okay.
We had on my first contract, we had an Indonesian guy. And he could sight read like I've never been able to. He played No One Knows from the sheet music.
Word.
And afterwards he went, man, this is like an exam.
The one pull is.
I'll never forget that. Yeah, that was. Hey, that's a fun song.
Yeah, that full. Even I had to flip and sit with it and get your sticking right. But I mean, to sight read that must be a nightmare.
Yeah, and he did it. He was good at that.
Love that song.
And but they all play electric kits. They got but I mean, it's pretty state of the art Roland stuff.
Yeah,
it doesn't look like an electric kit.
Yeah, it looks like a full kit.
Okay, but obviously
so for volume
because a ship is a floating hotel.
Yeah,
and you get noise complaints.
So do you have to learn a lounge lizard set as well?
Lounge lizard.
Well, I just call it a lounge lizard. Yeah, jazz.
I don't think what the closest to that would be.
No, like a background set in the restaurant and.
Oh no, we don't. Yeah. So we do. We have. Man, on this thing, I did everything from Elvis to Metallica.
So I mean, do you play a few times a day? Do you play only at night?
3 sets at night. Yeah.
3 sets at night.
Yes. So the band always plays at night.
Okay.
And there's a little open area called the Ocean Plaza, which is the middle of the middle deck.
Yeah.
And then there's a bar there and tables and people.
Oh, so like all sides going up and like a big.
And then once a week we would. So there's a theatre cast, which is singers and dancers and stuff. And then once a week, Gary's got a photograph of me in my theatre stuff. Yeah. We would join them for a show that they called America Rocks.
Let's have a look. America Rocks.
That's when I was doing my Bruce Springsteen.
Jeez.
So it's a huge production. So like all that stuff in the background, the back of the stage is a massive screen. So that all changes. And then
the band, LEDs, all the LED stuff.
Yeah. And then the band comes and they play the music for this, and we'll join the cast. So that was
your MAGA shirt. Let's have a look at some of these. Let's have a look at some of these photos and things here. Let's come on, Gary, stick some more up. I want to tell me what's going on here.
Okay, that was Curacao.
Where?
Curacao. You know, that little blue stuff you pour into your cocktails called blue Curacao.
Oh yeah,
it's where they make it.
But where were you?
That Curacao is the place.
I see.
Curacao is the island, yes. So I'm drinking a little blue drink, which has got Curacao in it.
Yes.
And look at the water in the background.
Look at that.
It's amazing.
Was it a pool or is it?
That's the ocean.
Oh,
so that's got a little tidal pool, and then
good Lord.
And then there's a bunch of little tiki bars and
lovely.
The water. We see some beautiful
day
places.
Off there.
Yeah. So this was day off.
Okay. Excellent.
So I'd be drinking some Curacao.
Let's have a look. Some more, Gary. Oh, okay.
And this is me doing Gino spot. Oh, there's my band.
There we go. There's the band. Okay, so
there's my band. Yeah. So
this is your latest band.
This is the band going to the next shift. So the guy on the floor, that's Brian, is the guitarist.
Yeah. Okay.
Tristan, drummer. Brian's from Dominican Republic.
Okay.
Tristan, the one above him, is the drummer from America.
He looks young.
He's young. This is his first contract.
The drummer. Okay.
Yeah. So then that is the middle is me.
Oh yes, that's in your 80s gear.
Lizzie's the female vocalist. She's from the UK.
Oh, lovely.
Lizzie, yeah.
Lizzie.
Elizabeth.
She got a northern accent.
No.
South.
I think so, yeah.
Like Cockney.
No, I don't know.
A little bit posh, more posh.
She's she's a little bit posh. And then
I'm asking this.
Next to her, that's John is our manager. He's from the Philippines.
Cool.
And then on the ground, that's Andres from Chile.
He looks like he's 7'3".
No.
Which
one?
No, the guy on the right. He's kneeling.
He's a bit taller. But yeah, he's
nearly the same size as you guys, and he's on his knees.
That is. We went to Disney World.
Oh, yeah.
So obviously Disney World's got a bunch of different areas.
That looks like a cantina.
Well, no, we couldn't even get into the cantina.
Mos
Yeah.
Eisley Cantina.
So what this is at Galaxy's Edge at Hollywood Studios.
Okay.
So that it's the whole Star Wars theme thing, which is insane.
Lovely.
And then one of the rides you get to pilot the Millennium Falcon.
Oh.
And if you remember in the movie, there's he's playing chess against Chewbacca on that chess table.
Oh, no
and it
way.
looks just like that. So like you walk in and I'm like, man, I know this place. It's from the movie.
It's so familiar.
Yeah, so like it's the whole Star Wars themed thing. So
Enzo will love this.
man, that was one of the craziest things I ever saw in my life. Disney.
And you said you had to walk through the Millennium Falcon.
So like this is see, it's literally you walk onto it. So then the ride is actually located in what would be the cockpit.
Okay.
So you walk through the whole spaceship.
The ride. So when you say ride.
Well, it's this one is like it's got like a big screen and like some of them have got like 3D glasses and stuff.
Okay.
And that one you get 4 different people and each person takes a different role.
Okay.
Like, but man, the rides and the technology and stuff at these places is insane. I still have dreams about like one of the weirdest things I saw was we were walking around looking for stuff to do, and the one thing that didn't have too many people in the line was the Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. So we were like, okay, well, let's just do that. And it turns out it's a roller coaster ride, and you ride around through the mountains, and you go into a mine, and then all of a sudden there's the dwarves singing and chopping, and their faces are moving. You're like, this is unbelievable. Like the movement looks so real. Yeah. And then you come out the other side and you go slowly past the shape.
It's just like 3D video.
No, it's animatronics. It's animatronics.
So what is that?
It's robots. Yeah, it's robots and they move. Like in the Star Wars one, there's 2 robots that welcome you into one of the rides, but they like talk to you and they fight with each other, and it's insanely real. And then towards the end of the Snow White ride, you like the thing creeps past the little cottage. Yeah. And you can see Snow White with the dwarves dancing inside. And then you get to the other side and you can see the evil witch knocking on the back door. It's creepy, man. But it looks so real. That was an amazing day.
Okay, let's
I went to watch a baseball match.
No way.
Yeah, we went to watch the Miami Marlins.
Did that fill up?
Huh? Yeah, it was busy. So that was when we just got there.
Okay.
And the Miami Marlins local team was losing until the last pitch of the game.
No. Do you understand? I mean, I don't understand baseball.
I learned a little bit about it, and it's fun. Baseball's great. I think we might go back to another one. We'd like to try see if we can get a football match or
I always say like a football match in England must be amazing. Yeah, there's just that crowd.
So even that shirt I'm wearing, they give that to you as you walk in. So you wear it. So I've still got that. That's the Miami Marlins shirt. Okay. So that was a cool thing. The beer was terrible though.
What is that? Bud Light. Yeah. It's also a blue one as well.
Yeah, American beer is not where it's at.
Okay, all right. And,
that's the sunset in Aruba.
Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I want to take it to Aruba. I always thought it was Aruba. Yeah. I used to sing it. Aruba, Jamaica.
Aruba, we used to, our back on board was about 11. So we'd be out way past sunset. Oh. And that video that we'll see now as well, that's us. That's generally how Aruba
you try and touch it. It doesn't try and do it.
They can't trust it. Hold the sun
in your hand. Oh, my soul.
No, it's so bizarre seeing this.
Oh, tell us about the video. Okay, we'll show a video.
I got this tattoo in Aruba. It's a scorpion.
A scorpion.
If you can see the scorpion there. And the reason for that is there's a famous thing you can do in Aruba where you go to a specific place and you can order a tequila that has a scorpion in it and you drink it. Okay.
Actually, so you drink the scorpion as well.
They tell you, you'll see in the video, they tell you you're supposed to chew it, but I didn't do that. And then you drink it, and then you get a free T-shirt, and it's like it's quite a thing, yeah. Okay. And we did it. Well, we did it twice, but this was the first time. Okay. We went there earlier. The first time we were in Aruba, they didn't have any. So when we went back the next time, we said we got to do it. So that is. So now this must have. You see, it's dark, so we would have been in port for a couple hours already.
All right.
So there's
a few drinks. Yeah. Just a few, just to loosen
So what we would do is you go down the drag, and then you end up at that where that photo was now, where it's like a restaurant and bar on the beach.
Okay.
And then you after that,
Oh, there.
yeah. So
Okay.
that's the other side is just like a bar and beach
Okay.
chairs and stuff.
Nice.
Then we stay there till the sun goes down, and then you head to Lucy's and you do the scorpion shot.
Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a
This
look.
is an update to my last Aruba vlog. They didn't have scorpions, but now they do. Jess is having scorpion shots. Get over here!
You women swallow. Yeah, you have to do the scorpion. If you want, you can take it out and chew it. You say, let you women swallow. If you want, you can take the scorpion out and chew it, or you can take a shot and chew it. And you maybe gotta swallow it, okay?
But can you just swallow it straight?
No,
You gotta chew it.
why? Because we have to swallow.
Okay, there you go.
I don't want to
Let's go down, down. Okay, ready? Let's go on the front.
That's very funny to be watching that.
Yes, and I see the ACDC.
Yeah. That was like that's like open, like a license-free.
License-free ACDC. So who were those? Who were the people there? That was,
So this South African girl, she was our entertainment director. Her nickname was Safi. They call her Sarah. The Australian girls, Elise. Who else was there? There was Wes was the Kiwi guy, and
Kiwi as well.
there's an Indian chap there. I actually can't remember. I think his name was Anna, but he used to call me Jonty, and I called him Sachin.
John T. Rose.
Yeah, he loved cricket. That guy.
Yo.
Yeah. So that was the scorpion shot.
Oh, lovely,
So
lovely.
then I decided I'll get this.
Yeah,
It's the only tattoo I got.
it was a
This
brilliant
contract.
idea to get a tattoo again. You know.
Yeah.
Another one.
You know what? My body's not a temple. It's a public park. Oh,
What's that?
What's that
Oh.
there? That's not mine.
Is that not your? That's Gary.
Did that go out now?
Yeah.
That's a wow. Sensitive, Gary.
Yeah, she's
Jeez.
so I guess Shane Wayne's just lost his little doggy, his little Mischief.
Yeah.
I know Wendy's online as well, and Wendy looked after Mischief while you were here. Mischief was old.
He was 18.
18
That's
years.
older than they generally get.
That's
He had a good life.
Yeah, good. And the dogs, they will creep their way into your heart. Doesn't matter how strong you are.
Yeah.
You stuffed you. Those dogs are gonna get you.
Yeah.
Oh, let's Gary's got another photo here. Let's have a quick quiz, Gary. What's that? Carnival
That
Studios.
was our first photo as a band. We're actually taking photographs to test our wardrobe. And
Looks like Donnie on the left.
uh,
Are you in the same jeans?
I haven't got the same shirt.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, so that's our country outfit.
Country. All right. Do
Yeah.
you play a lot of country stuff? I saw you doing the national anthem.
Yes,
the
yeah.
American national
Yeah.
anthem.
Oh, there's the Magic Castle.
Oh, right, at
Yeah.
Disneyland.
So on the ship they have a thing called the military appreciation. Military's big there.
Yeah.
Like if you think of how big you think it is, it's bigger.
Really.
Yeah. So like
Veterans.
yeah, so they have a thing called the military appreciation service. So people pull in, and then it's like a little ceremony for anyone who is involved or has been involved in the military.
Mhm.
and then someone always sings the national anthem, which sometimes was me.
Oh, okay.
And let me tell you, that is nerve-wracking.
I'm sure you got to get all the
I'm
words
literally
right.
shaking in my boots because you can't stand there with the lyrics.
I know, and
But,
you got to remember everything.
And it's a cappella as well. So you walk out there and like, as you start singing, everyone gets to their feet and they put their hands on their hearts.
Oh, my soul.
I messed up once,
Oh, is it?
but they laughed at me.
Yeah.
They laughed with me.
Oh, good.
But man, that was
scary. Yeah.
like,
What's the are they like? Is it like a culture? Was it a bit of a culture shock, or is it? How does the culture, American culture, sort of thing? I always think to myself, if we had to go over you look at it in a different light when you're with American people all the time. And what are the most obvious things that you noticed about the culture differences?
Well, also the biggest thing I've noticed that it's actually bizarre to call America one country. America is people from different parts of America are like from different countries.
States.
How did you get that?
He's finding it. He's finding some stuff.
Yeah. So like a lot of it is similar. Like, and obviously the people I meet are generally on vacation, so they're out for a good. Yeah. They love entertainment. They love music. They're very friendly. Yeah. Especially the Texans.
Okay.
I enjoy the Texans.
I've actually, now I think I've met a lot of Texans, and maybe it's because they're more friendly that came out.
Yeah, the Texans are very, very friendly. Yeah. Apparently, the Miami crowd is going to be a bit different, but the Canaveral, I don't know, Port Canaveral didn't seem to have much of an identity of its own that I could discern. And it's actually the port itself.
What's it part of? Is that part of Florida?
Yes. So it's actually just about an hour away from Orlando.
Okay.
So like that, but that wasn't the best one because that was literally just the port, and then you had to take a bus elsewhere. Whereas the other places, like my first one, there's a bit of a community around the port itself. Yeah. Okay. So that you get a bit of more of a sense of the place. So,
have you been into the Delta, to the Mississippi Delta section there? If you Gulf of Mexico, that New Orleans and those places?
Not yet. No. Some of them sail out of New Orleans. Apparently, New Orleans is amazing.
Yeah, I think that's one place I think I'd like to go.
Florida is basically like a tropical swamp.
It's Miami, yeah.
Yeah.
So is that the bayou?
Oh, not
What's
quite
the bayou?
The bayou is more like the bayou is like the proper swamp.
Oh, okay.
Where you got your hovercraft.
Yeah.
You catch some crawdaddies.
And if you are able to, please remove your caps. And if you would like to, you can stand at this time. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Give it up for Wayne, everybody. Thank you.
There we go.
Yeah.
There's still early days that it starts
that was
quite low and goes high.
Yeah,
so.
I realized that the third note of the song is the lowest note. So if you don't go low enough for that, it's game over. Game over.
Oh dear! But you got a round of applause.
Yeah, they're very supportive. Like I said, I messed up the one time. I think I got the words gleaming and what's the other one? Anyway, gleaming and streaming. And I said the wrong one, and I went gallantly gleaming, streaming. And then they laughed a bit, but they were good.
Right.
But I was literally shaking. I was wearing my Doc Martens, and I could feel my feet shaking in my boots.
Oh my word! I can imagine. Singing somebody else's national anthem. It's
Especially
nerve-wracking.
the American one.
Of course,
Yeah,
and in front of a whole lot of flipping army guys.
Yeah.
Because they all got guns. Yes, Art Matthews. Wow, yeah, it's just the anthems are.
I won't. Check Wendy, you are old toppies now.
Yeah, I know. Look at her.
Yes.
Let's have a look at some of the comments there quickly. Old toppies, indeed. Fantastic day, she says. And Shifts, I saw that. Shiffy. Absolutely, yes. Wendy was the right person to look after Shippy in his later years.
Absolutely.
No ways, you couldn't pay me this one.
How many times I heard that?
Oh, don't even go there. Lynn DeWitt, how's it, Lynn? Nice to see you as well. Oh my word!
So nice to see a couple of familiar names.
Yeah. That's, there we go. So that's the
Magic Castle.
The Magic Castle, Disneyland. Eh?
Yeah, Disney.
That looks.
This is
lovely.
for Halloween. The band did a little Scooby Doo.
Oh, nice.
So I dressed as Daphne, but I bought a Daphne costume, but it arrived a day late. So I had to go to Walmart and make my own one. So I found all those things, including the wig, whatever. But one of the guys in the cast does a drag act. Yeah. And you'll see in the other photo, like he had a pair of prosthetic boobs. Yeah. There we are.
Oh my God.
Man, I've never seen that picture that big before.
Hey, great to be here.
That's in my cabin. That's the cabin.
Okay.
And that's the only girl that was ever in that cabin.
Stunning.
Yeah. And those things.
Ooh, whoa.
Like latex, like that thing. Like when I was finished with them, I'd like take them off and like shower underneath them. Gross. So that was Halloween. Yeah, Halloween's great fun. The people come and they decorate their doors and they're all dressed in different costumes
it's quite big over in America.
Yeah.
Eh?
So I also it's massive. So I also had like high heels on, which I didn't get right.
Yeah, well, you've done that before, I think.
Not those ones.
Oh, really?
But yeah, I have. That's not my first time.
Of course not.
Dallying in drag.
If you're part of Centrestage, you've certainly been in suspenders and the high heels.
You remember our little Andrew sisters, Gary?
Yes, Mr. Sandman.
That was with Lynn and
Lynn
Karen.
Cosme.
Yeah.
Yes, and Karen.
And I was also wearing my my heels and doing my little dance.
Yeah. Quite a stocky little lady.
What does Wendy say?
Wendy says, "When did you wear the dark eyeshadow?"
That was when we started doing the rock show. I used to work.
Sister. Is that it?
Oh, you should talk about that.
Maybe
for D. Snyder, yeah.
D. Snyder.
We're not gonna take.
Yeah, we're not gonna take.
What are you gonna do with your life? Yeah. I think that might be what she's talking about. Or it could be on the ship. I stopped doing it because it was too much for the rock show.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the guys they wear stage makeup and so I used to get like some guy liner and then one of the girls would do like a smoky eye for me until I realized, how did you find that?
Go. That's so good. That's it. Who is that?
Those legs could kickstart a Boeing.
Who is that?
That's Karen and Lynn.
Is that Karen?
That's Lynn on the left-hand side and Karen on the right-hand side.
Oh, my soul. Oh, yes, I see that now.
Yeah.
I remember. I think we've still got those costumes.
15 years ago. That must be. Everything's
the veterans.
I mean,
I got one of these. This is one of the ones.
Magnificent Seven too.
Yeah, fantastic. But now, okay, so I mean, for future, you're like going like 10 years from now.
Yes.
Do you think you'll still be on the ships?
I don't know. Figuring out what comes next is something that I'm still doing.
Okay.
Money-wise, it's hard to see what's next because the money that side's not particularly great.
Yeah.
But sending it back home is pretty damn good.
That's good. Yeah.
Like I also like what I was doing here, the constant gigging and stuff. I feel like I've outgrown that.
Yeah.
So that's not something I would be.
Although you come back and then 50 gigs.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. So like there is also like at the moment, I'm trying not to. I'm trying to go back with a fair amount of what I saved.
Yeah.
As like not the first time. The first time I came here and just.
Oh, you blew it. You make it rain.
You get everyone gets $1. And then I went back and was like, oh shit, I got no dollars there. Yes, I'm trying to, and the playing. Obviously, I'm not playing for a whole lot of people.
Yeah,
I'll be playing for 2 or 3 people that I would say like that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
They supported me.
Yes,
it's nice to go back and support them as well.
Yeah. And it's nice for people to come out and see you and see what you've been doing. And of course, we are doing that. I'm so
looking forward to this.
We are doing this. This is the 80s show that we're doing at Bridge Street Brewery.
Yes,
is that right? Yes, Bridge Street Brewery, and we are. That is on the 12th of April. So
man, this is going to be fun.
Because you came back, we went to Kenton. We did the thing, which was such fun. I got to say,
man, that was amazing.
And the Kenton Wine Festival, and we had, it was 6, 7 of us.
Yeah.
And we just had such a ball, man.
Eventually, like we were playing on this like stoop.
Yeah.
Which was, when I got there, I was like, And then by the end of the night, there were people surrounding us.
Yeah.
So anywhere you turn, there's a crowd.
Yes, there's no more crowd.
I felt like Bono. The 360 tour.
It was fantastic. I think we're definitely going to go back there for next year.
That was.
But yeah, so it's, the 80s show now we're going to do Bridge Street. I think that's going to be a corker.
80s is something that is so popular everywhere now, and it's nice. I mean, it was my favorite theme on the ship. Yeah, because we would have an 80s night, and that was you saw the 80s stuff.
Yeah, the 80s stuff. Yeah,
and the music is just it's so timeless.
Brilliant. Yeah, it is,
and that's going to be fun. Like when we did that 80s show. Remember in the parking lot at the boardwalk. Remember that?
Geez, like in the car park.
In the car park. So we turned the car park into a.
Underneath. Yeah. Remember that? There was like a club story.
Yeah. So we turned it into an 80s club.
Yes, we did all that stuff like Limelights music and Club Bananas and that stuff. We put all that stuff together,
and it was hot. It was so hot in that place.
But it was such fun.
Man, that was fun. I'm hoping that we can get that kind of energy.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's also nice. I love, like, one of the things I look forward is coming back here and working with you guys again.
Yeah.
Like,
it's fun.
That feels like home to me.
It does, and it was because the group that's been together for so many years.
And I remember coming home the first time.
Yeah.
And like it was a different experience. Like, because I left here not knowing what I was going to.
Yeah.
And then I was there for 7 months, and you come back and you don't know what you're coming back to.
Yeah.
And then we started rehearsals and stuff, and that whole process kind of reminded me where I belong and that type of thing. And then we did those shows at the bowling club. They were pretty cool.
Yeah, they were great. They were great fun. And of course, we've got the new venue now, and we're doing as many shows as we can there as well. But this particular one is at the Bridge Street Brewery, which we're moving back to town for this one.
That's great.
And
back to town.
Back to town.
Even though not in Jeffreys Bay.
Yeah. And it's great. It's going to be good fun. It's just a full on energy show, and I think they've 6, 7 of us on stage, and it's just a vibe. It's a good vibe.
And everyone in this group gets along with each other as well.
Yeah, it's true. But it's always been a family like that.
And you can always tell when you see a group they don't have that dynamic.
Yeah.
And you can tell when a group does. It's not just about the music. You can see they're having fun. We're having fun. Everyone just has fun.
I think it's also a thing that you've got to have argued with each other as well. You can't have had you have to have thrown
a few water bottles at each other.
Exactly. I mean, we've all fought like cat and dog. All of us. I mean, from Mike to Kanya to Donnie. And it's always been that thing. But we come back together and we love playing together.
Yes.
There's a mutual respect there that will never disappear.
And it's funny. I found this as well with the band that I worked with on board, because we all got along well. I mean, you can tell by the fact that we're all going to a contract together.
Yeah.
That hardly ever happens.
Yeah.
So obviously you have the benefit of being able to keep out of each other's faces in the daytime.
Yeah.
But like if you're going to be playing 6 nights with each other, you have to at least kind of like each other.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the music's going to suffer.
Jeez, because it's 6 nights a week.
Yeah.
And I mean that is a lot.
It's heavy.
Are the explosions? Are there things that happen? Like, they get hectic?
Not this time, but
in the past.
there have been. Yeah, in fact, there was a couple of jokes being made that we were the only drama-free band. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah, look, it can happen. I had some drama on my first one. I don't want to talk too much about that.
Yeah.
But someone decided they were going to cause trouble, and they caused trouble.
Yeah.
And then you have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Like, and I did deal with it. But this time around, there was no. This was
lovely.
Yeah, this was a
good people.
Very good people.
Oh,
all around, it was just good people. Yeah.
That is very nice. Okay. Caption competition times. Gary says caption competition. The best caption wins a case of Fitchin Leeds. All right. So this is a we'll put it up, and we want the best caption.
That's going to be that photograph. As soon as I saw the word caption, I knew it's going to be that photograph.
See, I remember the story. So if you put up a caption for that photo, and we'll Gary will choose the best one. Although I don't know if Gary should choose the best one. I think she should win the vote because it's going to be rough. All right, so let us know what the caption is.
I feel like this lends itself to indecency.
Look how young you were.
Yeah.
I think I've got that shirt still there as well.
Yeah, that is one of the most uncomfortable shirts I've ever worn in my life.
And we've got a case of Fitchin Leeds to give away for this. So don't hang back. Says give us a caption for this, and let us know what you think, what that's about. And I think what we can do is we can do some of this. Should we do a little getting to know you section? A couple of getting to know you questions.
Okay.
It digs into your personality a bit, Not that we don't know you, but I don't know.
All right,
I'll try and choose the ones that I know that you're going to answer badly. All right, let's hit it. Give me the intro. I need a little intro.
Getting to know all about you.
Not very long at all. Okay. All right. Something particularly spontaneous or irresponsible that you've done. You've done a lot.
Yeah, this is what can I pick from?
Yeah.
One of the dumbest things I ever did, for sure.
Yeah.
Look, I might have had a couple of beers in me.
Yes.
But I was walking along a wall, and it's probably like you with the drum story for Hold of the Moon.
Yes.
Where like something pops to your head and you don't think about anything. Yeah. So like there was the wall, and there were steps going down, and there was a pillar. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna jump into that pillar. Oh. I jumped, I landed, my legs slipped out from under me, I landed on my head.
Oh,
I was lucky I didn't hurt myself. But like you get up and you go, look, I don't know how I thought that was gonna go.
Oh my word.
But I probably should have banked on it going like this.
I survive. Sometimes I do such stupid things.
Yeah.
I jumped off a windsurfer once, and I jumped head first. I didn't check the depth of the thing, and I nearly I nearly flipping broke my neck, man.
I do. I mean, I have a spontaneous thing in me. Like sometimes I'll sit and I'll think myself out of doing anything, and then sometimes I'll just do stuff.
Oh, like the tattoo.
No, the tattoo. Funny enough, the tattoos I thought about. I got one for Chief.
No, I'm talking about the scorpion tattoo.
No, that's what I planned. Actually, the plan was there were 3 of us who were supposed to all get the tattoo. So far, it's 1 out of 3.
They got you.
Yeah. I think they're going to get that tattoo.
Oh, my soul. Okay, another question. Okay, let's see. Something that people would be surprised to learn about you.
Jeez, surprised. I don't know if I could tell you anything that would surprise you.
I don't think so.
That you're a Mormon?
Oh.
Yeah, I grew up a Mormon. People don't really know that about me. I did grow up a Mormon.
We never let you get away with that one.
Yeah.
We were onto you for that.
The funny thing about that is pretty much you tell it to anyone and they start throwing misinformation.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess that
but the Mormon thing is big in America, Salt Lake City, and then
yeah, I mean it's pretty big. I mean, there's a lot of them us around there.
Yeah.
Like my brother is still pretty big into it. I don't really go to church much anymore. but it wasn't like a left it behind or anything. I just don't really know where I stand on that. Yeah.
You just accepted the fact you're going straight to hell.
And if we, I mean, some of the places I've been in feels like you were there.
Been there already. Yeah. It's not so bad.
Let's see, anything else? Like I studied speech and drama up till grade 7, I think.
Yeah.
I was going to be an actor. That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Before I became a musician, I wanted to be an actor, and then I wanted to be a radio DJ.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Welcome to Gino Spot. We're going to take you back all the way. So tune in and dial in and keep it locked in. You never know what's going to happen next. Wayne and Gino in the morning.
Yo, we always spoke about that. Do
you remember that we went to Clit and they asked us that guy asked us into his radio show?
Yes.
Timothy. His name was Timothy.
Timothy Twiddle or something. Yes. What a legend.
We just took over his radio show completely.
We were like Gino and Wayne doing the radio show. I've actually over the years I've had some offers from radio stations, and
I would still love to do that.
I've never thought no, it's another whole.
I don't know. I like the idea. But I mean, these days you get things like this. You get podcasting and that type of thing. Yeah. But I always loved the idea, and a lot of what I knew about music in the early days was because I used to have my radio on 24/7. Like I was just listening to music, and you decide what you like, what you don't like. But I grew up listening to guys like Tony Blewett and Barney Simon, and I just wanted. That's what I wanted to do. Yeah. I wanted to be a DJ.
Who's your favorite DJ?
Out of all of them?
Yeah.
I loved Tony Blewett.
Tony Blewett, yeah.
Like he's still around.
Is he?
Okay. Darren Scott was and he's a great guy as well.
Is he still around? I don't know.
Yeah, he's gone to the States. He's having a bit of a health thing. I saw.
So that's what I saw.
And obviously he got hold of me during lockdown.
Yes.
Okay. So, but I would reckon, Tony Blewett was the guy that made me want to like. I remember 1995 Splash Festival.
Yeah.
5FM was broadcasting from the beachfront.
Yeah.
And
Radio 5.
Radio 5 it was. Radio 5, and they had this Wendy house.
Yeah.
And the guys were sitting broadcasting, and I was just watching them. I sat there the whole day. I got flu because it was cold. But I wanted to be a DJ before I became a musician.
Sure.
I guess that's another surprising thing.
Yeah. Well, the one thing I know about you, Wayne, is that you're always loyal to your mates, always loyal, and totally transparent. There's no dishonesty about you. You're always like, bad or good. Yeah. You know, it's the truth out there.
My face doesn't hide anything.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And I think it's always a good thing. And also, money doesn't mean anything to you.
No.
It's not about the money. It's about what you're doing.
Yeah. I've always thought if I had money, I still wouldn't have it because I would just give it to everyone else. I'm like the idea of having so much money that you can't spend it, like blows my mind. I was walking around the market the other day, and I was thinking, like, you see the people sitting and they aren't selling anything. I was like, if I had money, I would just go buy all that stuff.
They're not selling anything.
Yeah, just go buy the stuff so that they.
You buy a whole lot of candles.
Yeah. So that they'll be okay.
Oh, my soul. Okay.
Yeah, but the music was never about the money.
Yeah. That's one thing I know about you, that it was never about a wage negotiation with Wayne.
No.
It
blew my mind that I was getting paid to do what I loved.
Yeah.
I mean, it still is.
Yeah.
You look at it like things I always wanted to travel.
Yeah.
Like I always wanted to do music for a living, and now all those things have come together in the strangest way.
What do you think is if there's a goal for next? Have you thought about future? Like
I said, I know.
How I always think how are you going to retire? Are you going to retire? Or are you going to keep on playing till you drop dead on stage? I probably.
I'll be playing at my own funeral. I always say that. It's true. I don't know. I can't imagine strings. I can't imagine not playing. Like, yeah.
Have you on strings?
Thriller night. Don't let me down.
Don't have to be Thriller because then you'll
look like. Yeah, I don't know. Like, as like. I used to when I was home and I was gigging all a lot because like you work so hard, but it's not like you ever get to save money, you know.
Yeah.
So I used to get anxiety, like where does this go?
Yeah.
You don't want to be like the guy sitting in the 65, 70-year-old guy sitting in the corner of the pub. No disrespect to anyone who does do that. But it's, I mean,
Like, you need to have something.
You need an exit strategy, and this was my exit strategy from that.
Yeah.
So as to what I think I'm going to keep my head down for a bit, build up a little nest egg, and then once I've got that, I can see where
you can do whatever you like. It's like once you've built up, and a lot of people go overseas and do whatever to do that, you know. I mean, I'd love to see Donnie back again as well. He's in Dubai. Has he gone to Georgia yet?
Because he said he's stopping.
Yeah, he was going to
Georgia to teach.
I know.
You know what else went down to Georgia, Donnie? The devil.
The devil, man.
yeah. Just be careful. If you see a golden fiddle, don't touch it.
Don't go near it. That's funny.
Yeah, it's another guy who's been slugging at it for years and years and years.
Such a good muso, man. Yeah. And I said to you, happy birthday. I said, happy birthday, come back home.
So someone like him, like obviously it's difficult because he now has a family and he's but he could absolutely just walk into this, and that he could go do that and make insane amount of money if that's what he wanted to do. But obviously, in his situation, it's a little difficult.
Donnie's is an intellectual as well, which I love. You know, I love the fact that
he's now designing video games.
We used to have great conversations between the whole lot of us in the band, the Kick-Ass Guitar Show band.
Yeah,
the stuff we used to talk about was like. So it wasn't Dion the normal. Dion, these guys are thinkers. They're not just to the usual.
But the delivery was generally. The delivery was where the magic happened.
Yes, I think so. That's crazy.
And I learned a lot of colorful vocabulary, I'll tell you that.
Well, we did. We did all. Okay, most uncomfortable place you've ever slept?
Wow. Okay. When I broke my arm, we were playing at Oceana.
Oh.
And it was New Year's. It was because I broke my arm on the day before New Year's.
Oh,
and
at the beach.
Yeah,
you got dumped by a big wave.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then a shark came out and fought
me. And you stuck your finger in his eye.
And then as I was about to win, he hit me with a baseball bat and cheating shark.
Damn, that shark.
So anyway, I was still married to Samantha at the time, and they were on holiday in. They were in East London, so I obviously couldn't drive home.
Yes.
So I made a plan to sleep at Oceana, but then it turned out there was no bed. So now I got a broken arm, sleeping on a concrete floor.
Oh no!
I took a bunch of Myprodols and half a bottle of red wine, and then I tucked myself into the corner so that my arm would be supported, and I couldn't move. And halfway through the night, I woke up without the effect of the Myprodol and the red wine, and it was one of those things where I know, like, okay, this is vastly uncomfortable, but if I move, it's gonna hurt. So I just lay there for the rest of the night.
No!
That was horrible.
With a broken arm.
Damn, that was cool. Broken arm was one of the worst things that's ever happened to me.
But I remember that you coming home from the beach and having
I still the first night we were doing. There was a Bob Marley show, and I was singing. But I obviously couldn't play guitar, and I didn't know my arm was broken yet. So I had like a bandage that had made a little sling, and I was standing on stage singing with the little sling.
The Bob Marley show. With Melvin. Oh my!
Hey!
Melvin Matthews.
Oh, Melvin!
What a legend! What an absolute legend! All right, your biggest adrenaline rush.
Biggest adrenaline rush.
We can't just we tend to live on adrenaline as musos.
Yeah. I don't know. Like that's a tough one because, like you said, it's more of a comfortable space for us than it is for most people, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like
anything like a adventure kind of vibes that you've done, or?
I've never done extreme sports.
Extreme sports. I
generally stay away from things that could kill me.
Bungee jumping and anything like that.
Did you say bungee?
Bungee, is it bungee?
Bungee.
Oh, bungee jump. I always say
Bungee jump.
What is it? Bungee or bungee?
I want to bungee jump.
Bungee.
But have you gone your whole life saying bungee jump?
I think I have. Yeah, that in Aruba.
Aruba. I want to go bungee jumping in Aruba.
Oh, bungee jumping.
That's a tough one. Like, I remember the one time my mom was driving and we got into an accident, and I got out the car and I was like marching towards, and eventually I got to the car and I'm like, what are you doing?
You were going to elbow drop him.
No, but I didn't actually remember. When I got there, I was like, what do you do? Like
road rage.
Yeah, it's like what is the coyote gonna do if he ever catches the road runner? He hasn't actually thought that far.
There's a little old lady in the car.
Yeah, well, it was a young girl, and she looked confused. She obviously bumped her head or something. But as I got there, I was like, what was all of that? That was like pure adrenaline. Like it was just like, yeah. But I've never done anything like super extreme.
You've been in a jet before.
No, that was yours.
Yes, I know.
That was yours. I do want to go skydiving though.
Is it?
Yeah, that I want to
Now?
do. Not
At
right
this
now.
late stage in your life.
No, not after tequila.
No.
Oh, you mean late? Yeah, I still want to do that.
And I mean, because health-wise now, I'm getting to the point where if something happens to me, like I've got a bit of a shoulder niggle, I can't lift things up myself. And I'm thinking, is this going to be the rest of my life now?
My health is, I mean, as good as it's ever been.
You've got piles.
Piles of energy.
So you're going to say, you can stick it in, you can push it back in with your finger.
No, I haven't got any. Like, the biggest thing to me is on board, like I've got to stretch. Got to keep stretching.
Okay.
Because it's very easy to sit still. Yeah. And then you sit there thinking, man, I'm getting old, but you're just not moving.
Yes.
So this one, I generally try to exercise a lot while I'm.
Okay.
So yeah.
You've gone through exercise phases where you mean like gym and did the whole thing. Oh, that too.
Yeah.
That too.
Yeah.
These costumes are testament to the fact.
You can go through my costume and see it's getting bigger. Oh, he caught himself over here. Yeah, I've been doing CrossFit for a couple of years before I left, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And so I try to take that sort of thing, but I honestly don't think that. I think if I wasn't exercising, I would grow old. Yeah, which is not something that I'm too interested in.
Yeah, that's a thing, hey. I mean, you start thinking about it more.
Yeah,
hey?
Yeah, and the stretching thing specifically, like when you do music, you have to be able to move.
Yeah.
Not that not like
yeah.
But like you can't be up there stiff. Like you can't bend over.
And I mean, obviously, I feel it. I feel it hectic because I've got the gigs. Yeah.
Well, it is if something falls on the floor. I'm like a plectrum, you know.
Platrans.
A plectrum, yeah.
Platran.
Yeah, so the
fitness.
Yeah, the fitness thing is super important.
Are the gyms on board?
Yeah, there's a guest gym and a crew gym.
Okay.
And we're allowed to use either because we get guest privileges. So.
Do you get guest? I was going to say guest privileges.
Yeah, so we can go anywhere in the boat. Obviously, you still have to wear your little name tag and
you chow with the.
You can if you want to. Yeah,
because you get all the nice food.
Yeah. So we can go to the guest restaurants and all that type of thing.
Okay, cool.
That's like
Do you get a booze allowance?
No, but we are only allowed a certain amount a day.
They're quite strict, though.
Yeah, because technically it's because we're crew members. So if the ship hits an iceberg, then we have to be able to do the emergency stuff. But generally that's only ever enforced if you're making a tit of yourself.
Okay. Yes. And what's the maritime law as well? It's another story.
Everything maritime law controls everything. And they always talk about that. I remember that the Costa, what was
Costa
that?
Concordia.
Yes.
Yeah.
That changed everything.
Yeah. Okay.
So now everything is very, very heavily regulated.
Yeah.
So technically,
this one was way before his friend on the island.
They still go off about that.
Yeah.
And technically, if you get breathalyzed and you're over driving limit, then you've lost.
You're out.
Yeah. Game over.
Fired.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to be careful.
Yeah, but there is a crew bar. So
When you really like, then you got to be like.
yeah. Have you had anything to drink? No. I was swimming in a river. I
was bungee jumping in the river.
I can't believe you say bungee jumping. Oh my god,
That's the G.
that is so funny.
Only G that's got that sound is Gino.
But that's in your name. Bungee jumping.
Oh, no.
Oh, my.
Okay. Well, what would you say the worst job was that you ever had?
The worst job?
Mm.
Cash loans, my bro.
Oh, no.
My first job was a cash loan.
Oh, no. That's terrible, man.
Yeah.
That is really crap.
So I ran the office, but it was on top of.
So you were the boss of the cash?
No. I wasn't the boss.
Okay.
But there was a lawyer's office downstairs, and they would do third party claims, and they would send the oaks up to lend against the third party claim.
Oh no!
And then third party claims take a long time.
Okay.
So these oaks would get paid. They get paid, and they just. Aziko Emali.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't like that.
It just was the whole process wasn't like a.
Yeah. I didn't like. There was a couple of things I saw that was like.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That was before they call it macro lending.
Yeah.
Macro lending.
Yeah.
That's before that stuff got very heavily regulated. A lot of people. They would. I saw people make loans that they knew people couldn't. Pay back because they knew they could take the boat or whatever.
Yeah, okay. Jeez.
Yeah, that was. I didn't like that.
Yeah, okay. No, that's a shit job. I get it. Okay. If you had to start again, would you do the same thing?
Yeah, there wouldn't be a way to do anything else.
Yeah, hindsight is always a thing.
I mean, it's a hell of a journey I worked. Like I learned how to sing through trial and error. So I mean, you've seen it. Like
I've seen lots of the errors.
Yeah, so like my lots of the what?
Errors.
Yeah. So I've lost my voice. I learned how to do that. That was the whole process. The thought of going through that again gives me anxiety.
Yeah.
But I think once the music thing was part of me, there was never
your voice has got. I mean, I was doing the gig with you in Kent, and I can hear that your voice is strong, and it shouldn't be. By rights, you should have pummeled it on board.
Yeah.
So obviously you've got that technique right.
Yeah. So it is the technique that you learn, and I've always said this with singing with myself. You learn what your voice can and can't do, and you learn to work with that. A lot of people do blow their voices out on board.
Yeah.
But I've worked. I mean, I was working 5 or 6 nights a week anyway.
Yeah.
In less than favorable conditions. Plus, I get to share with the songs with Lizzie.
Okay.
But yeah,
Lizzie's from Australia.
She's no UK.
Oh, yeah, UK.
Yeah. So yeah, technically, I did go through a period where my voice suffered.
Yeah.
But you learn how to recover.
Yeah. Okay.
In fact, that my voice wasn't top notch that night either.
Yeah, no, it sounded great. I mean, it was cool, and I it was stronger than I remembered it.
Yeah, well, let me put it this way: like from the techniques that I've learned from singing, I would say my range, pure range wise, I'm probably about as good now as I've ever been.
Yeah,
it's just a case of managing that because obviously your voice changes as you get older.
Yes,
I haven't felt too much of that yet.
Yeah.
Touch wood.
Yeah,
but I'm very, 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 very careful with my voice.
Yeah. I think your range probably comes down. But any scary incidents on the ship? Brett, how's it, Brett? Nice to see you as well, buddy.
Scary. No, I'm not going to talk about it. You go through, I mean, sometimes the storms, like the ship rocks naturally, but sometimes it's pretty hectic. We didn't have too bad. On my first ship, we were playing, and then all of a sudden, like in the Ocean Plaza, just water came through the Ocean Plaza flood.
Oh my soul!
Because
really?
It's got a door on both sides, and the wind just picked up the water and blew it in both sides.
It's a bit of a flood.
Yeah, so we didn't. There's been situations where they've lost guests, and they can't find. But generally, the guest is hiding somewhere. If you know what I mean.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So these things happen. Like I told you, the ship I'm going to, they had that incident where it got blown into the pier.
Yes.
But I haven't had any scary.
Yeah.
Things.
Squashed a boat. Squashed a boat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So like it happens
because those things are huge hotels, so it's like a wall. When that wind blows, that ship can put all its motors on. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I'm telling you as well, like because my room is deck 3 forward of the ship, so you can hear those waves hitting that hull. It's loud, bro.
Is it?
Yeah, that's scary. The first time you heard it, you think like should not be making that noise.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
This thing's too big. It shouldn't be making the noise.
I mean, like generally, a lot of the ship, there's a lot of noises you just can't place. Like we went through generally towards the end of winter there. Yeah. The weather going back into Canaveral was dodgy. Okay. And then we went through a couple of really rough ones. But now the rough ones, the ship can do that, but it can also do that. And then you just hear things bumping and grinding and creaking. And then I would have dreams about that type of thing. And there's been stories of ships that have listed like 45 degrees.
Jeez,
but that is scary.
It's almost impossible to think that such a big thing can something go wrong like that. Man, like it can actually sink.
Those things are huge. Yeah. Like you the ones that come into PE, they're big, but it's not on the same. Okay. Like we saw one of the biggest ships. You get the Royal Caribbean ships that was the something of the seas.
Okay, yes.
Well, it wasn't the Wonder of the Seas, but it was the second biggest one. Okay. And that thing is massive. I'm talking like it's mind-blowingly big. Like it gives you megalophobia.
I mean, I know that they hold up to 5,000-6,000 people.
The one that I was in just now was 5,000.
Jeez, that is like
so it's 1,000 crew and 4,000 guests.
Yeah, and then the theater inside holds like 2,000, 3,000 people.
Yeah.
And like that is like 4 times the opera house. Yeah, so you even in a city you don't get a theater.
And it's amazing. Like and those theaters are state of the art.
Yeah,
like they
beautiful.
Yeah, like I said, they got those big screens and all that stuff. Yeah. And each ship will have like 5 or 6 different shows. So they've got all that equipment stationary, and they're going to fly in and out. And sometimes the ship was rocking too badly to do the show. Yeah. So you get what they call a concert. So you sit down.
Okay.
You sit down and you sing your songs, and you're like
strapped in.
Yeah, and you're like, how can people possibly be enjoying this?
Oh my soul! And seasickness, you know.
It's a thing. But for me, I don't get nauseous. I get dizzy. But you go down to the bottom floor and they've got like these buckets of seasick tablets. You just grab and you take. Right, okay. Because the weirdest thing about the ship doing that is when it's going up and down, like you can walk and you feel yourself getting lighter. Yeah. And you feel yourself getting very heavy. And the captions come
putting the captions in. Everybody's got captions. Caption time.
It's only a little bit of time left.
It's only a little bit of time left to do for the captions.
Have we got any entries yet?
Have we got some here? Isn't that a look yet?
They come through in the comments.
Yeah, we can put them through on the comments. Make sure you put your caption on this. I don't know what, and then the best caption is going to win. And if it's the only caption, then it's also going to win.
Yeah,
we're no buggering around here. So keep them coming. Let's have a look and see.
Let's see some of the comments there.
Yeah. Okay, we'll have a quick swizz.
Okay.
All right. Best drop the mic moment. You had one.
I literally dropped the mic.
Yeah.
There was this thing I saw on a Robbie Williams concert where he did this thing where he takes the mic and he flicks it around his finger. You probably remember that. Yes. He flicks it around his finger. And I was doing the U2 show at the time. I thought, man, that's actually that's cool. Yeah. So like I practiced it. And then the one day we're doing the U2 show, and I did it. And it came out of my hand and I threw it across the stage. It literally bounced once and then off the stage. And I'm standing there like...
It went underneath like a stage piece or something. You had to go look underneath.
Yeah. And then there's 2 other ones that compete with that. The one was... they're both from Queen. But yes. I was doing the Freddie Mercury thing with the thing. Yeah. And I start out there and I'm doing all the movements and I go to sing and my mic is backwards. And the last one was Queen. We were doing Who Wants to Live Forever, and I used to play the intro on the organ. And I would do the Brian May verse. So it's this very atmospheric, like I think there was like a blue light on me. And so I do that. Yeah. And I lean forward and there's no microphone. My microphone is still on my guitar. I was like, oh, and I played it so well. Yeah, I've had a couple of.
Well, I remember the one time when you were doing your guitar solo and you were leaning so far back that you actually fell over backwards, and then your feet somehow kicked up your pedals, and all your pedals landed on top of you. So you like literally buried yourself in your shit.
I was leaning back like this, and I tried to get up. It's like, oh, wrong direction. I've got scars from falling. I've got one. I've got a scar on my leg here. We were at the Guild. We were doing the BG show, and we just started using those risers.
Yes.
And I wanted to run off early to get it like a drink for half time. So I ran straight into the riser, flew over the top, skidded off stage.
Oh, no.
And that's just many of those.
Donna broke her foot once, I think.
Yeah.
Rory also broke his foot as well. We had 2 broken foots.
Did Rory break his foot too?
Rory also broke his foot somehow on the stage.
That's right. He also had a moon boot.
I think Donna actually fell.
Donna was sitting on the edge of the stage and she got off, and then she was singing Tina Turner.
Simply the best.
Who needs a foot when a foot can be broken? I'll never not think of that when we do that song.
Oh my word. Okay. What is the most physically painful thing you've ever experienced?
That would be the broken arm.
Okay, yeah, broken arm. I'll get that.
I remember I tried to play guitar the one time, and I could move this, but if I did this at all, then it felt like a gunshot.
Yeah.
No, that was awful.
Okay, here's a good one. Your perspective on the world, how has it changed over time?
I think when communities were smaller, we were a little bit more tolerant.
Yeah.
I think at the moment, people are, and I don't know why, people dig themselves into these holes, and they don't want to change their perspective on life. They don't want to I feel like the world has become very combative.
Yeah, it's attention seeking.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that around, which it didn't used to be, because it's easier on social media.
And another thing, and I actually saw an interview with Skank and Nancy, and the girl was saying that like people
was she
had
screaming it?
No. She was just talking. She's crazy. I love her. But I'll answer you in a minute. My ADD just kicked in.
Yeah, sorry.
She was saying like people that don't create, or they don't, they take pleasure in shooting people down as hard as they can. Yeah. For what? For what reason? Like it's easier just to keep quiet.
Yeah.
And by the other token, like I was saying, like to me, if I see someone I don't know, my first innings in men, like I hope they make it. I hope everything goes well for them. Yeah. And I don't think that's the default setting.
No, it's, on social media, it's like almost like the British tabloids. You know, everybody wants everyone to fail.
Yeah, it is. It's exactly that. That it bugs me. Like, because where is this headed?
Yeah, definitely. And it's everything's been polarized. Yeah. You're right. Where's it going to end?
Yeah.
It's the smaller communities, and also person to person.
Yes,
is different.
Yeah.
You speak to somebody online, and you've got this wall between you.
Yeah.
So, and if you're attention seeking, the people will try and say the most outlandish things just to get attention.
I read someone, it's a quote from someone, I forget, but they said it might have been Mike Tyson, but it might not be. It doesn't matter. They said people have become too comfortable with the fact that they can just say whatever they want to say without being slapped in the mouth.
Yeah.
You know, like if you like in the old days, you walk up to someone, you say some of that, you're gonna get smacked.
Yeah.
And you will deserve it too.
Yes.
But you're safe in your little bubble now. And
it's online.
I know, but by the same token, I feel like the pockets of good that are out there, they shine all brighter now.
Yeah.
Because of the way the world is.
Yeah, I think you're right. It is.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's play the beginning of a few videos,
and
we can see some memories here. Let's go back, a bit of nostalgia.
All right.
Let's look some of the shows that we've done.
Show me what you got.
Let's have a look. See what it is. What you got.
sirens are screaming and the fires are howling way down in the valley tonight. There's a man in the shadows with a gun in his eye, the blaze shining so bright.
Very dark.
Demons in the air, the thunder in the sky, killers on the bloodshot streets. And down in the tunnel where the deadly horizon, oh, I swear I saw a young boy down in the gutter. He was starting to fall in the heat.
This is the show where the worst I ever lost my voice.
Baby, you're the only thing in this whole world that's good and pure and right. Yeah, whatever you do and wherever you go, there's always gonna be some light. But I gotta get out, I gotta pray it out now before the final crack of dawn. So we gotta make the most of our one night together. When it's over, you know we'll both be so alone. Like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes. When the night is on, like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone, gone, gone. Like a bat, I'll be gone when the morning comes. When the day is done and the sun goes down and the moonlight shining through, then like a sinner before.
That is so hectic.
I love doing that.
Yeah, it was such concentration, getting all those little stabs and things
and that,
in there.
That show, that always used to scare me because I read at that point that Meatloaf had lost his voice. And I remember when we went to East London with that show, I got sick.
Yes.
And then by the last, that was the night that I lost my voice. I couldn't sing at all.
Crocky,
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I do. I remember a few times.
With Donovan,
I remember
Donovan doing Queen.
Yeah, I remember Donovan not being able to do Mag 7 or something, and you had to do all the Queen stuff.
When Matthew was born.
Yeah, gee, his son was born.
Yeah, I'll just play some Brian May on the guitar.
Wayne just had to step in.
Yeah.
Step in. Okay, look, that was a great show as well. That show.
I see what's coming.
And lovely.
The best thing about this is the
year 2000. The distant future, the distant future. The future is quite different to the present. One thing we have in common with the present is we still call it the present, even though it's the future. When you call the present, we call the past, so you guys are way behind.
Yes, the world is quite different now. There are no more elephants.
There's no more unethical treatment of elephants either. The world is a much better place.
There are no more humans. Finally, robotic beings rule the world. The humans are dead.
The humans are dead. We use poisonous gases, and we poison their asses.
The humans are dead.
He's right, they are dead.
The humans are dead.
Look at that one, it's dead.
It had to be done.
We'll just confirm that they're dead.
So that we can have fun.
Affirmative, I poked one, it was dead.
System of oppression.
What did we need to do?
Robot depression.
Robot depression.
There's so much aggression that we just have to kill them and to shut their systems down.
Like, what the hell is going on here?
Flight to the Concords, Flight to the Concords, and that was like 2000 and I don't know.
And I watched them live. And then I tell you, of course, you know that.
Yes.
I watched them in London.
Wow, man,
They're brilliant.
And that that was a Grahamstown Festival show.
Yeah.
That particular one.
So we call that songs in the key of her, which is a little bit of a ripoff of the Stevie Wonder thing, but it had that, and there was a bunch of Weird Al. But mostly it was based off the Flight of the Conchords, but we had some Stephen Lynch in there as well.
Yes,
oh my God.
All sorts of stuff. And I mean, that was also the Low Down Dirty show that was at the same time as well, which was really dodgy. The most dodgy show I've ever done. Let's have a look at another one.
That shows you can't do anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Let's have a squiz. What's next?
Oh. That's me. What do you like?
Oh my God!
That's the Guild Theatre.
Guild Theatre. I can see the.
I think it's the Elvis, the Vegas.
It still looks the same in there.
Yeah.
Maybe the paint job was a bit newer.
Oh.
Is that the Elvis?
Get out of here! 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 Get out of here!
What the hell?
Get out of here!
How young was I?
Oh my God!
Good luck.
That must be like
drop.
that must be like 16 or 17 years ago. Eh?
Oh, my soul! It's absolutely ridiculous.
Oh my God! How crazy to see that!
I know. It's,
Where did you find that?
I don't know where Gary finds his bloody.
It's on my YouTube channel.
My soul.
I don't care too much money. Money can't buy me love.
Oh my God!
Times of trouble, Mother Mary.
Playing on the piano.
Speaking words of wisdom. Oh, bloody, life goes on. Round, la, 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 life goes on.
Oh, you green girls really knock me out. Leave the West behind. And Moscow girls make me sing and shout. And JoJo's always on my mind.
All you need is love. All you need is love. Love is all you need.
What the hell's going on?
I don't know.
I don't know what song it was.
It could be Anna Lover.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah.
One of those. But ARG was Epi Angelivi. Obviously, still got the Nose Pizza now.
Oh, is that his place?
That's his place.
I saw that.
He's cooking. But whatever Epi does.
I'm gonna go support you. I just like
Love that.
What is going on with the TV there?
That is. No, he's pulling it in and out, popping it in and out. No, it's so good. Those shows. Arno Rasmus on guitar there, and
we worked with
Curtis.
some amazing people.
Yeah, it's incredible musos that have come through over the years. And Curtis still with us as well. He was doing a whole lot of stuff now. This
Man, that guy's
last 80 show.
Was he?
And with Sean Lyons and Tiago on trombone.
Did you have
with
a
three-piece,
horny section?
A horny section, and it's fantastic.
The brass
fun.
holes.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, last one, Gary. Let's do this. Let's have a look.
I'm like, oh, please protect me.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's obviously amazing memories of the kick-ass guitar.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Did love it.
Oh, that was fun.
All right, so we got one more chance, guys. We got one last chance, another 15 seconds before we choose a winner of our caption this competition.
I am scared to look.
Caption this, and you can win a case of Fitch and Leeds. So let's have a look. Let's do this. Let's call the competition. Let's Wayne. Thank you. It's been a flippin' pleasure.
Absolute pleasure to be here.
It's there we go. Don't forget our 80 show coming up at the Bridge Street Breweries. Bridge Street Breweries down the bottom there.
Hugo, Gino, Tara, me.
Yes,
Kalen,
Tuba, we're all there and we're doing it. It's just going to be great fun.
Special performance from me.
Yeah, me. And me. We'll both be on. Let's have a look and see if we got any captions. Let's see where we start. We don't want to miss anybody's captions.
Table of 10.
Caption is like a song from Prince. So I see that. Oh, no. Let's have a look. Anyway, look. Caption looks like a song from Prince. Which one?
There's
would that
Hagen,
be?
Lekker boys.
One of those ones. I don't know which one it is. I think the meals you make are fantastic.
I also think they're fantastic.
Yes.
You know?
I think so too. All right. Let's see. Had the opportunity twice at the Exporters and SJM entertaining us. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's fantastic. Exporters, we did a few times.
Yeah, those gigs are amazing, Dion. I remember that very well, yeah.
And also just joined, so I don't know if it's latest updates. Back from the ships, yes, absolutely. Back for now. Back for now.
For
a
another month and a half, I'm here.
Yeah.
You catch
Hello,
me
Jane
around.
Stevenson. How's it, Jane?
Jane.
All the way from Ireland.
Is she in Ireland?
Yes, she's in Ireland.
Will always be
I'll be fooked. Oh man, Sharma. Good episode. Thank you. Oh, Kama. Oh, sorry. Kama. Kama. Let's have a look at Hagen England. It's Hagen England. How's it, Hagen? Hagi. Nice to see you.
Jack White and his
Mighty Difference tribute output for the that's a caption. That'll be a one. I passed out of my arm for 12 hours after you played Oppie Copy and had paralysis.
I think Hagen's got this one.
Yeah, you win.
The Jack White one. The Jack White one was my caption entry.
Oh, excellent. Well, so far you're winning.
Danny Fisher.
So, Danny Fisher. Hello, lads.
Danny, how you doing?
What
there,
a legend. That Elvis show that we did with Danny Fisher was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. Lovely to see you, Danny. I hope you're doing well. What a show. What a show. Thank you, Davina. We love you, man. We love you. And good memories. Absolutely, Jane. For us too. This is for sure. Down with the Scorpions. Down, down, down. That's also her one.
That's not very nice. everyone else is
going down, down, down. This photo where it shows him rocking on the stage. Port Elizabeth is his hometown. He always rocks the center stage.
Carol.
That's what. Oh, Carol, you trying to kill us with niceness here.
Stop it, I like it.
A good old mirror. Andrew Benning. Absolutely. We're just talking about you.
Andrew.
She was about the fact that it's all these guys coming from the hello, Philip Loebscher, all of these are in the United States. He's in the United States of America. True rock talent. Maybe this weekend. Oh, yeah, excellent. Nice. Yeah, pull in, Hogs.
Keep in touch, bro.
Yeah, let's do it. Strengths for the journey. Thank you very much. And there we go. We're sinking. Keep playing. We're sinking. Keep playing.
What are you thinking about?
What are you thinking about? Okay, so Gary's got to choose a winner. Okay. He's got to choose a winner. Who's the winner? There we go. Hagen Engler, you are the winner. We'll send you that case of Fitch and Leeds to mix with your gin. And Wayne Kallis, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Always a pleasure, my friend.
Great to have you.
I'm looking forward to sharing a stage. Are we doing that? Are we doing that show?
Absolutely. And we've got to do the Credence show before you leave as well.
Yeah. So keep an eye out.
Yes, let's do it. And
that's what I'm asking about.
And a Wayne show as well. Oh, the Wayne show. What are we going to do for the Wayne show?
So this is now the first official announcement of this. So it's going to be a show. The whole idea of this, because there's been a few shows that I've done where I was basically fronting the whole show.
Yeah.
So some of those we're going to put together in a little package.
Yes.
So it's going to be Rodriguez.
A shell, if you will.
A shell. Yeah. Except mine is made of tin foil paper bags.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's going to be. We've chosen 4. Who knows what else we might put in there? But for the main idea, we've chosen 4 shows that have worked exceptionally well.
Yeah.
The first being Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
The second being Jack Johnson.
Then
we
Jack
got
Johnson.
that's going to be great. Then we got some Ed Sheeran, which actually was like his older stuff is a lot of fun to play.
Yeah.
And then obviously we got to end it off with a Bon Jovi.
So let's do it.
Yeah. So we're gonna take that. It's gonna be a nice little mix of acoustic and electric stuff. Amazing songs to go with all of that. And who knows, there may be a few surprises in there as well. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
I look forward to that because then I'll be to play drums. So play drums again. Laka. Excellent, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been fantastic. Make sure what us next week. I'm trying to think who's next week. I have got a guest for next week, but I cannot remember now what it is.
The age kicking in.
Oh, no, it is. I'm going to have a look on my calendar to see it because it was It is. Oh, I think it's going to be Richard off from Rooftop, but I must check with him if he's available. That'll be great to find out about the actual Rooftop. But Wayne, thank you. It's always a pleasure to have you here.
It's a
always
pleasure.
good fun. And
thank you for the lovely spread as always.
Oh, yeah, this is Grace. Thank you to our sponsors, Fitch and Leeds. Thank you to Fat Cats for our food, and thank you to Amobia, Nicola, and the guys for our internet. And we'll see you again next week. Cheers, Ox.
Relax, sit down. Coming out of PE town. Drink, find a shot. Never mind your liver. Get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot.
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Have a Gino shot.
Gino shot.
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot.
Get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Get to Gino's spot.
Gino spot.
He always puts up.
Jesus,